Yo, what's going on? How's everybody doing tonight? This is just checking in. It's my second episode, and I'm introducing my boy Garnet, um, and I'm gonna give him a little plug. So let's get him onto the show. And excuse me, I am still working on this, getting lives together because I am not a fan of it. It's got to be better than this. They got to make this so much easier, and it's not working for me. Clearly, clearly, I definitely sound. And of course, already got our stuff ready to talk. So once he decides to accept it, all right, there he is. I got him a drink. I did get him a drink. Let me try it again. You need a do-over? You definitely can't get a do-over. All right, so fortunately, unfortunately, he's not able to jump in for some reason. There we go.
What's good? What's good?
What's going on? So, of course, I was trying to give you a quick plug, but let's let the world know this is one of my best friends, family members, grew up together. What is it? Basically, like the Bad Boy movie. Ride together, die together.
Yeah,
Bad boys for life.
I'm Will Smith.
Damn.
Light skin like him.
I
You're taller than me.
mean, I gained weight like Martin Lawrence, so I'm right there.
It's all good.
Yo, for real.
It's all good. I mean, it happens. You just gotta keep up with it, man. You gotta, it's all about calorie deficit. Don't fall for all these diets and everything. It's all about calorie deficit.
Facts. And you're one to talk because you've actually had a tremendous weight loss, like in life. Like you've was not, you wasn't big, you wasn't fat, but you had a lot. You had a little.
What's husky? Had a bit of a chin, but yeah, I mean, you could see like, and it's cool that we had the home videos and stuff, and you could see just all the transition. And I wore like very big clothes, like that was the style. You wear the baggy jeans and stuff, and you wear clothing that's like several sizes bigger than you, so that made me look even fatter. And what it was just it was more than like the freshman 15 that you get from the college and stuff because they serve nothing but pizza and Pizza Hut style pizza and everything. But I'm working out in the gym, but I'm doing like zero cardio. So all it is the muscle just kind of pushing the fat and accentuating it and making me look more, you know. So I think one summer I think I was playing ball a lot more, and then I literally just sweated it off. And next thing you know, my jerseys are fitting all loosely on me. I'm like, whoa, where'd I go? So it's I don't know. It wasn't on purpose. I believe me. Like I didn't know what miracle happened, but I'm glad it happened. But yeah, it's a roller coaster. It fluctuates. It's weight gain, weight loss, and all that.
Nah, you're doing a great job at it, and I mean,
Ryan,
you know, it's perfect to see that. So first off, let me tell most people they don't know you are actor, but you're continuing to go up in your acting career. So let's start off with that. How's the acting career?
I think any actor would tell you the same thing. It's ups and downs. So you're just grateful for whatever you get. Uh, I mean, like as the more I go into, like I seem to get typecast for like a cop or some sort of law enforcement, military, whatever. And ironically enough, I tried out for the cops like in Connecticut, and I looked at that video and what they go through in the training, and you can attest, buddy. I'm like, not for me. Not for me. I don't mind portraying the cop. I don't want to be the cop, you know. So yeah, it was cool. Like I did this one movie that's coming out in October called Shadows. It's an indie film, but it's gonna be shown on Amazon Prime, which is cool. It's just up and coming film director producer named Tamika Schultz. Yeah, Tamika Schultz. And she made this entire horror not really horror, but it's like a psychological film. And I play a cop in that who just discovers something horrible. You know, I'm trying not to give away anything, but it's coming out in a few weeks. Definitely check it out via Amazon Prime. You can see your boy and his
Oh
little
yeah.
review. So don't pay attention to how my hair looked and everything because my hair was tore up that day. So,
It's all for the acting.
I
It's
played a
all for
real
acting.
out cop. All right, don't look at the line. Don't look at that. Don't do that to me.
No, don't worry. We know it's all for the acting job, man.
Yeah.
So quick. So all right. So what movies have you been in? If you can name off the top of your head so far, like you've just been in there, just quick run across the screen kind of things.
You mean like as a background actor or as a main principal actor?
You could do if you want to do like a couple background, maybe 2 or 3 backgrounds, and then 2 or 3 principals.
So notably, I was in the Tomorrow War. I got a real great screenshot with Chris Pratt coming out of this little corridor. It's supposed to be kind of scanning us for diseases before we get dropped out of. I don't know if you've seen the movie, but before you get dropped out of the portal, you're supposed to be tested for diseases and stuff. And that particular day was a long day. It was in the Mercedes-Benz, not the arena, but like the Congress Center, I think it's called, but I'm not sure. But it was like a large, really large space, and they had bunkers, and it looked like a real military facility. And we were there. I remember the call time was 9 a.m. You know, got my pancake breakfast, got all that stuff going on. And then there's the long, arduous process of being, getting your makeup, your hair, getting propped up. And mind you, there was about close to 600, 700 people there. And they all had to get the same things, like little tactical vests and everything. And so that took about a good 3 to 4 hours. And then one thing you'll learn in the film industry, if you ever get into it, it's like 90% waiting around. It's maybe 10% actual acting and doing stuff. So let's say you were a guest star on the show, you would be in your trailer, if you're lucky enough to get a trailer, in your trailer just waiting around to be called onto set. So you could be doing anything. You know, you bring a book or bring your little portable gaming or something like that. But it's 90% waiting. So you definitely got to learn to have patience. So yeah, I was in the Tomorrow War. That day was full. I'll call it a full day because we were there from 9 a.m. to 3 in the morning the next day. And that shot you saw in the movie was around 1 a.m.
Wow.
Around 1 a.m. So they told me, like, look like that, you know, you're being brought into this facility, this military facility. You don't know what's going on. Because the premise is that you're pulled in whatever you're wearing. So, and I still regret that. The outfit I got that from Against All Odds from back in the day. That's my Against All Odds shirt. So big shouts to them. They made it to a movie. But that wasn't like when I was going to wardrobe, I had to bring a selection of clothing, and they said bring that. I was like, you're gonna wear that. I'm like, I gotta wear that. And they said, like, rule number one is, like, if you don't want it picked, don't bring it.
Mm.
So they put me in that shirt, and I had to wear that several days here and there. And they only ended up showing it once throughout the whole movie. But anyway, they said just look like there's a you don't know where you are. You just like, so that's why, like, someone said, like, you look like you're lost or something. I said, yeah, that's what I was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'm like, what am
Well,
I, like, your first day of school.
yeah.
That was fun though. I was also in Underground Railroad, which is on Amazon also.
Mm-hmm.
I get this one quick spot in the church. Um, I won't go into, like, the whole thing of, like, what that was about, but I was in a farm. It's a farm full of freed slaves. They're not slaves, but some of them were. But we were a free community, free blacks, free Negroes, whatever. And they were in a church, and the place, the farm, they're big they're a big manufacturer of a certain type of wine. So one of the elders told some white entrepreneurs about it, and they said this will put us on the same level as the white man, and a lot of us were against it. And then those same white people came into our church, and they're like, oh hell no, these people coming into our church. And then so I'm supposed to look like kind of like disgusted, and then he's like, calm down, brothers and sisters. So, and I looked awful. Like, I looked awful in that scene, because I was like, I think I gained a little bit of weight there,
Mm-hmm.
other than cooking. But I was the suit I was wearing was nice, and the hat, like, everybody wanted my hat. My hat was nice.
Nice.
So as far as principal acting, I told you about Shadows. I was also in this little film called Brotherly Love, where I played two parts, actually. And I was supposed to play this guy. His premise is this guy, his brother was kidnapped by this drug lord, and his brother is going off to find him. And
Mm-hmm.
then I was playing one of his friends who was throwing this party, and then there had to be some of the drug dealers' associates in there, and they were saying, like, have you seen my brother? And I was like, no, I mean, I'll help you if you need help. I'll help you. And then I actually played the brother, but I just had a bag over my head. So I took this funny picture of me with a bag over my head. It was basically a pillowcase, and my hands are bound like this, and I'm in a chair, and they took a picture, and they got a big laugh when they showed it. For some reason, I don't know what's so funny about being abducted, but the other part I played in that. The other scene I played, there was an exchange. He brings money for a ransom, and I get released. And there was a blooper where I don't know, I still have the pillow on my head, and he's like bringing me to his car. So the blooper was, I ran over. He brought me over to the car and just kind of shoved me in there. And my head just bumped against the
Oh
door.
man. Oh man. Oh, that's messed up.
I could see, but I wanted to keep it real as possible, So he just shoved me in there. I was like, oh damn. And then there's another short film I did. I think it was a student project. I played a guy who GTA'd this girl for her truck, and then I backed up and I asked her how to work the radio.
What?
I was hijacked.
Wait, what?
So
You backed up just to ask her to use the radio. How do you use the radio?
Oh God! I'm like, nope. You're gonna need them if you don't get the fuck out. And then I got in the car, I drove off, sped off, and I'm backing up, and I'm like, hey, how do you work the radio? And then she's like, you motherfucker! And I was like, rude.
Drove off. Yeah, I definitely can't wait to see this.
But it's fun. I feel the acting that allows me to kind of fully express, and then you could. It allows you to show a vulnerability that most people would be apprehensive to show. You're like, I think we're the best actors when we're kids, because we're pretending to be this person, that person. We don't care who's looking at us, laughing at us and stuff. So So the hardest thing is, and you develop these inhibitions as you grow older. So it's the challenge is silencing the voices inside of you that's saying you can't do it, you can't do it. And believe me, it's tough because you're faced with rejection 90% of the time when you're auditioning and stuff. There's a 90% chance that you get rejected. Rejection is part of the game, and you're just. But you remember the audition is your actual job. The actual booking is the byproduct, is the reward for your work. So if you're lucky enough to get cast or booked, kudos. Be grateful every time you get booked, and hopefully you get that momentum. I did have some momentum this year. I was lucky, and then that kind of it dried up a bit. But it happens,
Right.
But I still, you definitely have to love what you do. There's no like, oh, I'm doing this to get rich, which, there's a slim chance you will. You have to really have a passion for it. This, like what I try to do, I try to kind of act as I go through life, because basically acting is just imitation of life. If you got to pay attention to how people behave and stuff, and that's how you'll be really authentic. That's my secret. Also, like working, and I don't like the general public. I don't like any. Like, if you could tolerate it, like work in the public sector, and you'll see how people act. Some people act like nothing you've ever seen written on TV shows. Like, so most of the stuff that you see on TV, that's exactly how they would act on TV in real life.
In the real life, yeah.
Yeah. Like I was in Greenland also. That movie with Gerard Butler. It was a disaster movie.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So I don't know if you remember the party scene. So first of all, I was there in my first overnight casting, and I was there just to be there in my car. So I was just chilling in there, and then, like they served us dinner and everything. And then a few hours later, I was called to another scene, which was the rooftop party scene, where people are kind of like yelling at the comment and stuff. And they said, yeah, give the finger to the comment and curse at it and everything. And I was like, okay, I hope my mom doesn't see this. But I'm wearing my bright red shirt, my bright red party shirt. They chose that. And so next time you see it, if you see somebody with a bright red shirt, that's me.
That's you? I'm definitely going to watch it again, man. I mean, I watched it before. It was a great movie. So I remember seeing you already in it, but I definitely going to watch it again because it was a good movie. And, honestly, every movie that you were in that I actually caught a glimpse of you were great movies.
Blockbusters.
Yeah.
And I didn't even say a word.
Yeah. You gave like little plug to yourself, like, yeah, I'm out here.
Right. Just think when I start talking. Just think how many billions we'll make.
Yo.
Billions.
Worldwide. I'm telling you, I just want to be a part of the entourage. I just want an HBO series entourage. Just make it like, I guess, the black version. And I want to be Turtle. I just want to be the one that drives you around and gets into a lot of stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I definitely got hit up by our mutual friend Dennis and stuff. I was like, yo, Dennis, like, look, you want to be my bodyguard? I'll call you up.
Yeah.
You got that crazy side of you. Yeah, I mean, I definitely got something planned for my boys, for my crew and everything. So just it's all about staying tuned and me persevering. And believe me, it's tough. Like, it weighs heavily on your mental health and everything. Like, because you're accessing your own emotion for a job. It's not just crying on cue. It's not just this or that. It's feeling the actual person. So acting is not really pretending. It's really being this person that you see in this script, and you have to become that person. Okay, how would this person react? What's my interpretation? How this person would react? Like, let's say I was playing you, right? And you're going out your day to day. I would have to strategize in my head. Okay, what's your goal? What do you want to do? What's your mannerisms like? What have you been through? What's your history? And do my interpretation of you, you know, and just live your life. Simulate your life.
Right.
So from the outside, it'll look
So
like pretending, but it's not really pretending. It's not.
right. So like, all right. So with that, how has I guess like 29? So I don't think I've seen you. I think I seen you once during the pandemic, I believe.
Yeah,
Was it once?
I think so. We were
I
masked
don't
up.
think it was 20.
Yeah, we were definitely
We
masked up and everything. Yeah.
right. I think it
Yeah.
was like for our one day.
Mm-hmm.
So like I think I saw you. No, we saw each other right before. I think 2019. I know in
Yeah,
2019
we
first.
did the fall of 2019.
That the
Fine.
brew and beer and brew whatever
That was the Battle and Brew
battle and brew.
and the Haunted House,
Yeah. Oh man.
answer whatever.
So for the audience that don't know, there is this. So
Netherworld,
yeah,
Netherworld, Netherworld.
Netherworld and about that. So Netherworld is super great. It's out in Georgia. I think it's like one of the best haunted houses to go and check out if you can.
Yep.
Like you can't go wrong with that place. Can't. Um, but like
You want to
so,
hear a couple of grown men scream like girls?
yeah,
You
so bad.
you guys were
Like the
grabbing
first,
me. I was like, get off me.
because they just come out of nowhere. They were coming out from the
I can
sea.
see. I like. It's like I don't know. Maybe I just ruined it for myself by like actually paying attention to these people and not being. I'm like, I saw you around the corner.
No. I didn't see anybody. It was like all I know is they were coming out. They were touching your leg. They were flying across your head. The
Look,
smoke.
if I see a statue breathing, you're gonna do something.
I didn't even see the
I
statue.
saw,
It was just too much. It was like an overload the way they were coming at you.
here they come. Blah! Ah! like, like, it was the same thing in New York. I went to one in New York, like in Terrytown, and
Mhm.
it was the same thing. Although there's one dude he had BO. I mean, come on. If you're gonna be out there, you're sweating and everything. Make sure put some
Oh
real,
yeah. You can't be stinking
put a
on
little Old Spice in
wearing those. Oh, perfect. So of course you're a big thing in the cosplay community.
I'm a big deal. Oh, okay.
You're a
That's
big.
to me.
I mean, I think you're a big deal. I mean, I've seen it come up. But
Yeah.
you know, so I mean, and of course we've already talked about it, but like, how how do you feel knowing how? I mean, number one, where'd you start from to now where you at as far as cosplaying?
Oh, I mean, I think it's been a long ride. Like I wanted to I just like I did it for like really selfish reasons. I wanted attention, man. I want people to take pictures of me and be acknowledge my talent and everything, and and I wanted to start like with something simple because I didn't know jack shit about cosplay or what to do with it, how to make costumes or anything like that. So I started out with a makeshift Snake Eyes costume. Well, with a balaclava with a track suit, and I think I ripped this visor off one of the little Snake Eyes toys, kitty costumes. Put that around and everything, and then it's good to go. And I had the toy sword too. Uh,
Right.
but it was, I mean, it was fun. I got a few picks, but then the convention at the time it was still fairly new. It wasn't the big phenomenon it is now. And I think one day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go big because I was watching. I like to watch how tos for cosplay. So I went on YouTube. I went to Heroes Workshop, and he is a armor builder. He's amazing from Canada, and he had a tutorial how to make an Iron Man costume, which is what I always wanted. So I bought what's called EVA foam from wherever, Home Depot or what have you, and I followed his instructions. I printed out his little PDFs on cardstock paper, which is easier to trace around. It's a little denser than regular printer paper, and it was like to scale to a point. But I was able to make the Mark 7 version from Avengers, the first one, and that took a good 6 months because the helmet took the longest, and I started with that, and I had to get things like fiberglass, Bondo, fiberglass hardener, a Dremel, a solder iron for LED lights. I mean, it was a whole bunch of stuff I had to get. I got the special car. They had to get a special car paint, so I went to the car supply shop, and got the most expensive paint I ever seen, like $12 per can, and the can's like this big, to get that nice cherry red sheen that you find on a Corvette, and you spray the material. And Plasti Dip, which makes it a lot smoother and more accepting of the paint, costs a pretty penny too. So we're looking at close to $200-$300 worth of supplies. And this is somebody just starting out. So I worked on that costume all the way up into the morning of me going to the convention. So I was out there 3 a.m. and then I went to bed a little bit, and then came back out and worked on it some more. And I was like, you know what, this is about as good as it's gonna get. So might as well go with what I got. And nothing's harder than transporting a suit like that from the suburbs to the city. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's T.S. Edwards. That's the director of one of the movies I did with Brotherly Love. Yeah,
nice.
Great time. She was determined to put that blooper thing on the film for everybody to see. But anyway, so yeah, and then that costume, systematically fell apart the more I walked around the convention and stuff. I was like, oh my God, I can't do this, because I needed people to put it on for me and take it off for me, and that was transporting. That was a big pain in the ass. So I said, you know what, I'm going to reserve these type of costumes to conventions I can actually drive to, which I found in Connecticut and Rhode Island and stuff. Like anywhere that's not the city based. Anything that's going to the city is going to be easily transportable. And I just got better from there on. Like my discovery of EVA foam just opened a whole big world of costume ideas I had. I made a Green Goblin. I made a Green Lantern. I made the Eradicator Superman. I made Cyborg. I mean, I just got better every year that passed. And sometimes I would make 2-3 costumes a year,
Crazy.
And I got space to put it. Like I mean, there's space in my attic, but
I just remember coming in the house and seeing Iron Man like just sitting in the chair. No, yeah, I think one time you had it sitting in the chair, and then the next time you had it like standing up, and I was just like, "This is crazy. This is wild."
Because my dream was to have the whole lineup like Tony Stark did, like all the suits and stuff that he wore, all lined up, and I will be wearing the new suit, the latest suit I made. But it's a lot of work. Like, but the time it took me to make those suits got less and less. Like it was maybe it's now up to like 4 months that I get it done, because I don't use the Bondo and the fiberglass anymore. I don't mess with that, so I use it's all EVA foam. I still use LED lights and stuff, and it's just you just get creative. You just kind of discover your own niche when you're doing it.
Right. You're gonna need to do a do it yourself tutorial on how to make these cosplay costumes.
Yeah, but
you already put me on the spot earlier by saying I need to do one, so I'm ready.
You won't do it.
I mean, well, I'll get there soon enough.
You won't.
We will. We'll get there soon. And
I mean, you always talk about it and everything. You won't do it.
nah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. What's
I
up?
mean,
What's up?
the offer still stands. I'll be the regular guy, and I'll take pictures of your costume and stuff, and just
Yo, I
pop.
remember. I forgot what year you. I know, like one. I remember everybody going crazy for was when you did Black Panther.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like when I saw Civil War, I was like, holy crap! I was really impressed with Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace. I was really impressed with him, um, with his performance and stuff, and the suit was like crazy. I said, I gotta do that. I gotta do that, and I ended up doing it at home, but I only showcased it in Connecticut. Like I had a whole uh, group of cosplayers in Connecticut that I did cosplay with. We usually did like charity events. I should have mentioned that before. I think that was fun. But we did a whole bunch of charity events. I got involved with Autism Speaks and one of those walks for charity, and that was fun. I mean, you just see the kids light up when you're in the costume and everything, and then that makes it gives you a good feeling inside and everything that you're making somebody's day and stuff.
mhm.
And especially the kids. The kids are like they're not like crazy like oh that's not accurate or they think you're the actual person you know so
I mean,
that was fun. And
I,
then even that I like stayed with like I kind of made like different versions, different costumes and stuff. um I think I was at this one event. It's with the same guy who was with us in Newark with the Batman
yeah, yeah.
costume. So this was in I forgot. It wasn't Newark, but it was probably Jersey City or something. But I was at some event at a school. It was Rutgers, actually.
Mm.
At Rutgers. And I was in a new suit that I bought. Because I was like, you know what? I'm not going to wear the bulky, foamed up suit and stuff.
Right.
I'm going to wear like the little Zentai thing. And I made a new helmet and stuff that was a little smaller and form fitting and stuff. And I tried that out. And there was a photo shoot. They said that they were shooting like magazine quality photos. And I was like, what? For free. So I went over there and got some shots taken. That was great. That's the one. That's another thing that cosplayers aim for. They aim to get the attention of these photographers, these professional photographers, so to get. And it's not really for payment or anything. It's like just to showcase yourself looking good.
I mean, yeah, who don't
Like
want a
magazine quality.
professional, right? Like, who wouldn't want a professional photographer to come up to them and the hard work that you did and not want to get a picture done? Like,
Right.
because
Right.
they're going to really know how to get, like, the actual picture that you deserve, you be taking it, So, I mean,
I did a mean Killmonger, baby. I mean, that was crazy.
oh, you did do a Killmonger. I do remember that. Yeah. And
There's
it
this
was
guy.
one I couldn't remember. It was something like a suit, but it wasn't Cyborg. It was another one. Oh, the Batman. Um
Oh,
Arkham
Batman
Knight.
Beyond.
Hmm?
The Batman Beyond one.
No, the Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight. See, I didn't do the Ark. Oh yeah, the Arkham Knight. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that was a tragic one.
That one was a trip. I remember being
I
with
like.
you and we running around and you trying to do that and it was like
Oh, that was.
everybody's asking me now, who's he supposed to be? I'm like, y'all ain't about this life.
I know,
They
man. I'm like, is that Batman? He doesn't have a gun. It's like, yo, play a game, man. Like, but
right.
the problem with that, I couldn't see. I couldn't see out of that damn thing, so I had to like kind of adjust my view like this and
Mm.
put my head up like that. But yeah, like this is one shot that I got, and it looked absolutely awesome. Like it was a side shot, and I looked like legit from the game. Man,
Yeah.
it was great. And I got
Yeah.
onto Cosplay Magazine Garnet.com. I think it was Cosplay Magazine. I don't know. It's one of those magazines ever shooting pictures. See, the thing is with New York Comic Con or these Comic Cons, you have to just be in the right place at the right time. When you see press and stuff, just be around. You know, if you have an impressive costume, just be around there. You know, get your shots because you may end up in a magazine. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, there's
Yeah.
magazines here that show what I did and stuff. All the pictures, you know, it's good to have.
Mm-hmm. And that's the crazy thing. Like, yeah, you never know who's gonna be around there, but you know, you really been taking off with the. I mean, I know it's been like, I guess from. When's the last time you did a cosplay? Maybe it was 2018, 20.
I haven't done cosplay since I moved down there. Like
So
bought a
that's like
Spider-Man,
20.
I bought a Spider-Man costume off of Wish, but
Mm.
I mean, it's a little tight.
Yeah,
It
they
rides up
always
like
talk about Wish though. Wish always gives you
rides up
these
like a.
crazy things.
I feel like there's a wedgie going up every time I put it on. Um, but other than that, I started making. I want to make the Iron Man costume from Avengers Endgame, the last one Tony Stark made.
Mm.
Looked awesome.
Yo.
So I'm like working on that amongst other things. I'm like so overloaded with stuff. It's tough. Like it's like back in 2019, to answer your question and everything, I was in New York. I was just going to work and just working on cosplay and doing streaming, like three
Mhm.
things. So it was a lot easier to devote the time to cosplay and get things done within a few months. And now, well, the pandemic sort of taught me a few things, that we're not promised forever. We're not promised tomorrow. So I think it's best to be your full potential, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be acting. It doesn't have to be cosplay. It could be anything. Like something, and not just anything. Like it really requires a lot of thought. And being in quarantine gives you time to have a lot of thought. Like it's just me here. It's just me in my apartment. It gives you a lot of time to think by yourself and meditate on things. And I know a lot of people were like, "Oh God, we're stuck inside." Me being an introvert is no problem for me. That's like another day. But
Mhm.
not that I don't like going outside, but I wasn't suffering. But it was smart to take that time to kind of meditate and work on yourself and think about, hey, um, I'm really struggling here, my mental health and everything, and uh, what can be improved on. Everyone needs self improvement. I don't care who you are. Everyone has something in their life that they can improve, that they could get better at. So what is that thing? And it's basically, and we're gonna have like a podcast about it, finding your purpose in life, because everybody needs a purpose. Because most of the time, people, they have a void they need to fill, a void inside themselves. So, and the mistake that they make to compensate for that, to cope with that, is through abuse of the substance abuse. It could be food abuse. It could be uh, overeating, over drinking, watching too much porn, sitting around, uh, uh, like doing a whole bunch of other stuff that's harmful, you know, or just
Mhm.
sitting around just kind of stressing. Am I gonna get COVID? You know, and and that's all fine and good in moderation, but it'd probably be more beneficial if you took that time to work on yourself. You know, so I read a whole bunch of books. I've read listened to podcasts. I listened to Corey Wayne. Corey Wayne's a great teacher. He teaches you how to be a 3% man. Um, so teach you how to not be teach you how to be self-sufficient. You know, teach you how to improve. Like if you're looking for self-improvement, he's one of the guys to go to. I listen to Alpha Male Strategies. Listen to Kevin Samuels. A whole bunch of different people. Gave me a new perspective on things. Because I was one of those guys who, would devote everything to females, to this or that. I want to look impressive to them and stuff. And I wasn't seeing the value in myself. So that and acting helped me do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like reading books, like just making sure. I think everyone can benefit from learning something new every day. I don't care what it is. Some form of trivia, some sort of something that's important to you. Just learn something. Learn a language. Learn a new word. Do something that scares you every day. I mean, like to just sit there, and if you're like afraid of something, let's say, let's say you
Mm-hmm.
have deep-seated fear.
Mm-hmm.
Like learn to meditate. Like meditation is so beneficial. It really calms you down. Just sit for a while. Close your eyes and envision yourself somewhere else.
Yeah.
And it just like just staying in one place. Like even though you're in one place physically, you're advancing. You're like I'm glad to say that every year I feel like I've grown as a person. And you keep growing, because the only constant in this world is change. So you got to change along with it. You have to be sort of a different person. You still maintain a piece of yourself, but you become a better version. Be like a
Right.
computer. A computer upgrades its software all the time. What if we still have Windows 98 right now? We'd be still waiting for that thing to print. I mean, you have to keep advancing. What's up, Mr. CJ? Yeah, step outside your comfort zone. Yeah, that's correct, Dion. Um, it's really it just does nothing but benefit you. You have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose by reading up on stuff, listening to things. Because a lot of the stuff that Corey Wayne said really hit home for me.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like dealings with women and stuff. This happened to be about dating and stuff. But he has another book about bettering yourself as a whole. Like if you want something, it's not going to drop on your lap. You have to go out and get it.
Gotta get it.
You got to get it. Like this is like I think we should be known as the hustling generation, because we're not getting Social Security. Pensions are like you can't rely fully on pensions.
Yeah,
Like
by the time you get a pension, you're pretty much dead. The way it's
yeah,
looking now.
yeah. Because I look at my grandfolks and stuff, because they were raised on the premise like, hey, you retire, all right, you just relax. So they're basically doing this. This is life. So you just work for 65 years and everything, and then that's it.
Yeah, you got to keep moving. You got to keep
Yeah.
doing something. You can't just sit there.
Because this is a muscle, all right? And whenever you don't use a muscle, and that reminds me, I got to get back to the gym, because I'm like, muscles atrophying, You're atrophying. You lose brain cells. You lose muscle
Mm-hmm.
from your brain. So if you're not getting those electric charges zapping through your brain every now and then, it's gonna go dead.
Mm-hmm.
I keep imagining. You see Osmosis Jones?
Oh yeah, of course.
I keep imagining those little guys in my head, just like saying, "Oh God, our brain is shutting down. We gotta learn something. We gotta learn something quick. Read a book."
Yeah. Oh man.
But yeah, like it's just like I just value. I've never felt this way before, but I just value knowledge, and that's how I just come up with all these ideas. I'm like almost everywhere. I actually think I'm doing like a little too much. I gotta rest because I get tired.
Sometimes it's like that. You just do a lot of things and you just can't help it. When you always thinking about what you can do next and what you can evolve with, you're just like your mind is constantly thinking of ways to better yourself and show progress. So I definitely understand exactly where you're coming from.
Right.
So let's talk about the podcast. Like this is the 2021 thing.
Let's do it. So, funny story. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this story. So my brother, he went on it wasn't really a date, but his coworker took him to see a palm reader. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
a little last year or something, a little, I think around December or something, and he said he asked some questions on my behalf, like, okay, so my brother is into this and that, like, why don't you read something? Can you read something for my brother? And he's like, I see he's an artist of some sort. It's like, yeah, he's into acting. Okay, he's gonna do very well in acting. You know, he's gonna do very well this year. And I had about six projects this year in a row. And he said, I could see a podcast. And he's like, and my brother's like, yeah, he listens to podcasts all the time. He's like, no, he's gonna start one. And I was like, okay. And then he told me, and I was like, I don't see myself starting a podcast or anything like that, you know. And I think one day we were talking on the phone, just debating or something. And then you just blurted out like, yo, we need to start a podcast or something. And I was like, you know something? Matt said something about that. Matt's my brother. He said something about that, about starting a podcast. And I was like, yo, why don't we start that? And I don't think you thought I was serious. You're like, what? You serious?
I mean, I was serious. I just was like, and then you literally went top speed with it. Like, there was no, well, hold on, let me think about it. It was just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I said, you know what? Sometimes you don't have time to test the waters. You just got to jump right in, you know? And so by the time you were saying like, all right, we can do this, I was already thinking of names. And I was like, all right, Do It Up podcast or no, we in here podcast? No,
yeah, that was the most funniest thing, trying to figure out the name.
Or something, I don't know.
We were going through so many names.
Yeah. Because I was thinking like we need to make the title, got to make the logo, got to make all that shit. You know, what are we gonna talk about? Everything.
No holds barred.
Got to take everything. It's gonna be unscripted. We're gonna swear. You might as well click that little explicit button because that's what we're doing. And I was so, and I still am so inspired and so excited to do it. And yeah, like we just transferred whatever we talk about on the phone and stuff. I'm like, why are we talking about this for free or in front of nobody? You know? So we just said, let's do it. Let's do the podcast. So we jumped on Anchor. Shouts to Anchor, you know, made it easy for us. And we just, who's this? Black Vanity? Hey, Black Vanity. BLK Vanity. We just did our thing, you know. Matt jumped on board, and we have a little trio going. We're still working out the kinks and stuff, but today we had an awesome episode with one of my old friends and stuff. It was like, it has to be the greatest episode we did.
Yes.
That's gonna be up soon.
So I want everybody to know at least, like, so we're talking about the Straight Up-ish podcast, and I probably got it wrong. He will.
Straight Up-ish podcast. So that is straight. Let me put it in the comments. I'll put it in the comments.
Straight Up-ish.
In fact,
podcast.
let's just put the link up there.
Definitely need the link. Definitely got to plug this. We want everybody to come up there and, you know, give a chance to listen. That's definitely the link.
That's the link to the IG page, which is still under construction. But the YouTube page is up. The podcast is on every platform. Definitely put it in your ear. Don't play it out loud because we say some stuff that may not go well with your coworkers or your boss. If I say motherfucker and you work in like a church.
And we're messed up then.
He'd be like, huh? What are you listening to? Oh, this is Satan's work. You know, I don't want to be compared with Satan. Okay. So I get passionate about what I talk about on that platform. All right, around here, here I'm on Ron's platforms. I'm a little calmer and stuff. I'm not responsible for a lot of things, which is
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Weight off my shoulders. So,
yeah.
but yeah, like we talk about a lot of stuff. Like I'm like very excited for the guests we're gonna have in the future. Um, it's gonna be fun. It really is. It's a fun ride. I'm glad I jumped on this when I did. Shouts to that palm reader. I hope he has some more information about me to tell me.
Right, definitely. I mean, hey, if he tells you you get a couple dollars, please.
Hopefully money's involved. You know what
Yep,
I mean?
yep, yep. Are you gonna have? Are you going to have a female? We will definitely have female
No.
perspectives on. We've done one so far. We've done two kind of, but we definitely will have more females on our podcast to get
Yeah.
to get their whole view on whatever we're talking about.
I mean, generally it's starting out as just like stuff we're interested in, as you know, the three of us and stuff. But we're definitely looking towards expansion and everything. And relationships seems to be a hot topic and stuff. And I even said beforehand, like, man, when we talk about relationships and everything, that's going to be several episodes. You know, we're going to be talking about this. We're going to have a female perspective because so this is men talk. I mean, hey,
It's not men's talk. It's actually, I'll answer it for you. It's actually not men's talk. It's actually just all of us sharing our experiences and stuff that most of us can relate to. It's not really like men bashing women or having our
no,
own little perspectives of things. We're just talking.
yeah,
We're literally out there just having a great time talking about our younger years to now and what we go through in life and all our guests, the guests that we do have.
I'll say one thing. It won't be as harsh as a Kevin Samuels, but I'll say one thing. I've been inspired by Kevin,
Sounds like men talking.
so it's gonna be direct. It's like we're not in the business of bashing women. I'm not in the business of bashing women. I don't, because my mom is a woman, so um, but it is going to hold certain parties accountable, that it's not going to be just kind of one side, because I feel that that's where uh, that's where some platforms kind of lean toward. They kind of lean toward one side rather than the other. So I don't want to be fully red pill. I don't want to be fully blue pill. I want to be sort of in the middle. Kind of teetering. Like that.
Pop both and get lost in the sauce. I just
But it's all
that's
love.
where you're gonna
It's all love. Like
lose
we
me.
come from a place of love. Though. Like we come from a place of love. We're not looking to cause hostility or anything like that. If it comes to that, then it is what it is. I mean, I can't help reactions. People are gonna react the way they react. That's I mean, it's straight up ish. You know, that's
That's the
that's
name of
what
the
I
podcast.
that's why I say straight up ish. Like I mean, it's the fact that we would be able to come together in a full debate, which is not done. That's why there's so much division. There's so much like infighting. There's so much like daggers being thrown because no one wants to talk about it. Everybody just wants to don't want to offend people because nobody talks about it. Not enough people talk about it, and I think these issues need to be discussed in order for people to understand. Because I don't claim to know everything. I'm just gonna talk from my experience. Ron doesn't know everything. He's gonna talk from his experience. Same with Matt. I mean, it's I even say on the platform, it's mostly opinionated. You know, we do research. I try to do research on certain things. Um, we did one on religion, and I'm not claiming to be 100% right, I said this is my experience. So, and everybody else should share their own experience. The relationships, again, my experience, what I've seen, what I've observed. I looked at some a few stats here and there. I hear what other people have to say. I hear what Ron has to say. That's how I formulate my opinion. You know, hey, I'm willing to listen to the other side. I'm willing to listen to a contrasting viewpoint. But the problem is when people aren't willing to listen. They say, "Ah, fuck yeah, I'm just gonna walk away." You know, let's just agree to disagree. If you want to do that, fine. But I'm open for the discussion. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Whatever,
Exactly.
whatever it is. You know,
We want good discussions.
You know, like it was crazy.
Exactly. We want good discussions. We want this podcast to go far. We're not afraid of criticism. And
I say like, look, you want to send us hate mail and stuff? You want to say I suck, Ron sucks, y'all suck? Do it, please. I invite it. You know?
Yeah, we have a female perspective. We do.
Yeah,
so
I'm begging for a female perspective. Hey,
so
we brought Tiffany on. We'll probably have we had Tiffany on, right? We'll probably have Tiffany on again. We'll ask her some questions. I was like,
look, we got 3-4 beautiful women in here that would love to jump on and say a couple of things.
Bring them on. You know,
let's get it. Let's get it. We'll plan it out.
It'll be fun. You know.
Yeah. So, of course, I'm gonna shut it off right here because, guys, my phone is dying. I ain't charged this thing, and maybe I'll do better next time with, planning this out.
Charge, man. You got a live audience here. You think not even charged up?
I know. I know. I gotta get a charger hooked up to this thing. I was so not prepared. I was hoping we would have did this at a certain time so I would have enough time. But, I think it was a great thank you. I love this. This is what I really like. I love this chat comments.
Yeah, we're working on that to balance it out and get both sides. They are not ready. Oh, okay. Challenge accepted. Girl, I'm with you. Yeah.
So how about this, ladies? How about we will next time we'll try to actually, this would be great, G. How about we'll give the ladies a platform to ask questions on the next time. So I will definitely plan a date that we can actually have. Yo, what is with? I will plan, Kate Spade, Dion,
I like you.
Black Vanity. We're gonna have Philly Shoe Gal on. Let's get some of these perspectives. Let's get some of these feet, because I know they want to hear. They want to know some men, what men think about
dates. He's lying. Why you always lying? Yeah.
They know I don't do. I suck. Everybody knows I suck with the dates. Everybody knows I suck with having to plan. Even G.
Put the caps lock on when he's lying.
Yes. Put the cap on. I'm about to take over your podcast if you keep telling it. Keep it up.
We'll see.
Nothing wrong with that. This is why this is public for y'all to jump on this.
Put the caps lock on when he's lying.
Yo, come on. Y'all know me. I do not do good with planning. I suck at planning. I suck. Even you, G, you had to get at me earlier.
I had to make him come correct. Like, yo, you can't be just showing up, with the coffee cup, brewing up Folgers while I'm trying to run a podcast, man. I'm about to run over there and just slam you through the table, man. Just what the hell are you doing? Making coffee and shit.
Yeah, I was doing the most in this.
Oh my God.
Look. We know.
There it is, the cat.
There's the cat. Telling you, man.
Drop the cat.
So This phone is about to die. I love this. I want you guys to come on more often. I have like 12 planners. It doesn't matter what my planner is. I'm not, if it's, this one
that
today
might
was
as well be
perfect.
a coaster for his coffee that he's making during my podcast.
I'm going to switch it up.
Rings on it.
I'm going to switch it up.
You getting
the
lit.
coffee.
Lit. You should call this the lit, your lit, live lit. I'm live and I'm lit.
Straight up. So like, I will definitely do a planner. I'll post the plan up on IG so everybody can see it. First off, I'm not lying. But I will say
you need
not
something electronic. You need something electronic to give you a buzz or whatever, or cattle prod or something to get.
Oh, you think I should get the electric shot collar?
You need that electric collar.
Possibly.
Walking down the street like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to do that.
Possibly that would work.
Yeah, you need
jump on that and get it going.
Cattle prod, man. They hitting you with all those caps, man.
Yo, you gotta love the audience. I just can't wait. I can't wait till it expands. Then it's gonna get even worse.
This chat is lit, man.
So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna close this out. We appreciate you guys showing up. This is just catching up. This is the second episode. Garnet, Galloway. You want to give your plugs, of course?
Yeah, dude. Like, if you want to see my acting exploits, it's Garnet.Galloway on IG. We're on. You can catch our podcast in. If you want to see our faces, we're on YouTube. Obviously, the first 2 episodes are pure audio, but by the third episode, you can see us. Or if you're just listening on your podcast platform, we're on every platform: Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, all those other. I don't know.
I think you're on Apple.
Mediocre podcasts, I don't know.
Yeah,
so
Apple.
Every platform. Every platform.
Everything.
Right, every platform, baby. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this, man.
You know? So, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
All right.
CG, keep doing your thing.
Appreciate you ladies coming around, sticking around, coming to see me and everything. I look forward to seeing y'all, hearing from y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Put that cap down there for me, because y'all calling me a liar now. Stop capping. Stop lying. Everything. All right. I might change it. I might put Cap and Ron and instead of the TSR photos. You want keep it moving. Show called Straight Up Ish, and you lying to people. You lying to the people, man. I'm not lying to them. They know me so well that they'll make up anything, and we'll just have to go with it. You lying to the people. I'm not lying to them. All right, guys. Peace. All right. Have a great night. Peace.